Hello, okay, so today I want to talk to you about what makes our meat that we raise here on the farm different than, say, well, obviously, I think by now everybody knows it's different than feedlot meat, but it's going to be different than even what people call organic, or if they call it grass-fed or grass-finished, and I just want to quickly cover some of those things. So our beef and lamb, for example, is 100% grass-fed and they're finished, okay? So that's different than when people are ranging some cows on the hillside and saying, oh, so they might be grass-fed because all they're eating is grass, but people will call them grass-finished if they only fed them grass until the slaughter date. But the problem is that finishing an animal doesn't just mean that you butcher the animal. Finishing the animal means that if an inspector who knew something about meat came along and looked at the carcass, they would say, yeah, this was properly finished. And so what that means is that there's proper fat cover and intramuscular marbling, all that good stuff that makes meat tender and good to eat. Because a lot of people have tried going for the healthier option and they go, okay, I'm going to get grass-fed meat, and we have lots of competitors that are selling grass-fed beef. But often it's disappointing because it's tough and it can be kind of gamey and beefy tasting, lean. It just isn't good. So then people are like, okay, well, I'd rather have grain-fed meat. Now, the reason why grain-fed meat is tender and juicy, which people like, is because the animal is just eating lots of calories every day. They get grain brought to the bunk, super high concentrated feed. The water is right over there. They loaf around all day long. And so this is why feedlots do it. When we're raising beef and lamb, though, we're using only grass, but we do contain the animals to a small area that moves every single day with electric fence. And we bring the water with them so that they're not walking half mile back to the water, or some case a lot further than that, because that's not how you're going to get that tender, juicy, finished meat. And another huge variable is just compassionate, careful, thoughtful management of the animals. So even when you're moving around them, you're staying very calm and you're wanting to make sure the animals hardly even get up. And just a really calm approach to animal handling means that their stress level is going to be lower on a daily basis. And as a result of that, again, you get more tender meat. Animal husbandry is very important. So that's the beef and lamb thing. Chicken and turkey, obviously a lot of the same principles apply. But in order to get meat that's organic and tasty and delicious, there has to be clean air. And so the number one difference between our poultry, obviously it's getting organic feed, that goes without saying, but so does the organic chicken from Costco. But those chickens and those turkeys are fed organic feed, but they're still raised in horrifically smelly barns. Places you don't want to go, places children don't want to go, places the birds don't want to be. So when we're raising the poultry, we're constantly moving them to fresh grass. You know, with the chickens, they're moving every day in their cage to fresh grass. Turkeys, they're moving every couple of days, and they've got big, wide open fenced areas. And just keeping that air quality just perfect, like just clean pasture air perfect, because that smell goes through the lungs into the meat. And it also provides a lot of contamination to the meat, and that's why people's poultry, when you get it from the grocery store, spoils in just a few short days in your fridge. You'll find that our meat is a lot cleaner than that. So, yeah, it's a really different product. We just had somebody come in the other day, and you know, I grew up near Picture Butte, had all kinds of feedlot meat, and have also had the grass-fed beef, and they didn't really like grass-fed so much. And then they try ours, and it's like you have that clean, sweet flavor from the grass, but you don't have the toughness. And so you'll see that throughout all of the quality of our meat, that there's a cleanness of flavor. There's There's an essence there that's just clean and sweet and tender and juicy. And yeah, if you haven't tried it, if you haven't already come here and purchased our meat, I strongly encourage you to do so, because it's just very different. It's very high quality stuff. So yeah, come give us a chance and find out. Thanks.